Today we're gonna be doing what deku was rodan. But first, let's start that intro.
Bad bitch, ass fat. 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camel toe fat, you can see it from the back. Go bad bitch, 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 go bad bitch.
Alright, let's get started. So when Izuku was born a normal baby, nothing else. And when he was 5 years old, he went to the coke doctor. The coke doctor said, "Sorry, kid, you can't become a hero because, from my understanding, pretty much, you are straight up cokeless." And when Deku was cokeless, his heart stopped and pretty much in his mind said, "What? Cokeless? But I need to become a hero. I can't be cokeless. No, I can't. This can't be happening." Doctor said, "Sorry, kid. It's reality. I can't give you a quote. This not how it works." And the doctor walks out. Doctor said, "Now, in Cambodia, give him that money." I'm joking. But doctor said you can leave now after paying the fee and stuff like that. So when we got home, Izuku went straight up to the room and started crying. Ikamura went upstairs and started comforting him. But it's okay. It doesn't matter if you have a cook or not. You'll still be a great hero one day. Izuku said, "Yeah, mommy's right. I will still be a great hero. I don't need a cook to oppress anybody." Yeah. And he hugs Inko and said, "Thanks, mom." So the next day when he went to school, he told everybody he was cookless. Everybody laughed at him and the normal stuff, and then Bakugo started bullying him for that day on. Let's say this time skip 5 years. Izuku's 10 years old. Yeah, I know what it took me a while to click, but yeah, Izuku's 10 years old, and let's say he was. They were on a field trip. Yeah. They were on a field trip. Like there was a big. Let's say there was like a big hole with like a ton of water, like a whole river inside the big hole. And it's like if you fall in there, it takes like a whole hour to get to the bottom of it. That's the field trip about. And let's say Bakugo, I don't know why, but he hated Deku so much. He thought of the greatest idea. How about it says because on there's like a poster outside the hole saying, "Don't push nobody. If you do, they'll fall for an owl. They may die. It's a 50-50 chance, pretty much." And Bakugo said, "This one's probably not gonna die." He said, "No, not at all. So you do something to hold on to something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't do mathematics." And Bakugo said to Deku, "Yo, Deku, I think I see something right on the edge of the hole." And Izuku was dumb but walked up to it. He said, "What do you see, Kartron?" And Bakugo pushed him in like my guy. He pushed him. Like boat pushed him in. He pretty much bomb rushed him. He didn't push him. He just okay, I'm getting out of hand. But yeah, he pushed him in though, and Izuku he fell. And 10 minutes later, he's still falling. He's not screaming anymore because why would we still be screaming when it's 10 minutes later? You a retarded person. Anyway, so yeah, but he's still scared and wondering, wow, Bakugo would do this. Oh, that's not even expected of him. This sucks. And pretty much like that. But no, 40 minutes goes past. Yeah, I had to do some math. So it's pretty much 50 minutes. Right now, you can kind of see the end. Like it's just really far away. So it's like, oh, probably gonna die right here, right now. That sucks, but at least I got to live a good life. And 10 minutes goes past. Let's say 9 minutes goes past. He sees the bottom. He's about to hit the bottom. And then a lightning bolt hit him. He hits him, and then he hits the water. One day go past. He wakes up and just in a river floating, saying, "What? what happened? And he gets up out of the river, and there was a in the land near it, so he gets up on the land and said, "Oh yeah, I fell through the hole. We'll be out for a field trip, but I thought I would die. It's a 50-50 chance. I must be actually really lucky to not die." And when he gets up on the island, when he's on the island for like a couple of minutes, resting, and then said, "I should try to find a way out of here, so don't die of thirst. Hold up, I don't die of hunger. Yeah, stupid. Got fresh water. But anyway, so I don't die of hunger. Hunger. But surprise, surprise, when Nezuko, we tried to find a way out of the cave, but I don't know. Let's try to find a way out of the cave. Dang. Then Nezuko climbed up on the surface of the walls of the cave, and he said, "This gonna take probably a couple of days to climb up all the way through here, but I'm sure gonna get out of here. Hopefully I don't die while I'm doing it." But let's say, I don't know, a walk fell down from the surface on accident. Yeah, a walk fell on the surface. I don't know how it got carried away by the wind because it was like a thunderstorm going out right now. And it was like a medium-sized rock. It hits Deku in the forehead. He said, "Ah." And then, let's say, a couple of minutes goes past. There were some people walking near the hole, visiting from a different country and stuff like that, saying, "Wow, this is a pretty big hole. I wonder how people made it, or how it got here in the first place." And they're taking pictures and stuff to us, be like, but anyway, they're taking pictures, and they hear rumbling. The floor is rumbling, so it's like this is an earthquake. This guy they feel, and there's like a house nearby. And I don't know why you go to a house in an earthquake. These people were pretty dumb, but we're just gonna keep on moving forward. So yeah, they get to the house and say, we want to be safe in here, pretty much." But the rumbling stopped. Listen, stopped. Must be a very bad earthquake. I said very bad earthquake. Must be a very weak earthquake. A weak earthquake. Then they go back out. They see this humongous bird just flies out the hole, freaking speeding out like. I'm joking, not mug, but I like, let's say, the sound barrier. So he is going fast, fast. He comes out the hole, and then he looks down. He's flapping his wings. The air pressure just blew the house away, but the people are still standing strong because they say the husband has a strong cork, so he can like handle kind of the wind pressure, but barely holding on to his wife. But anyway, so yeah, they're doing that. The boys look at them, and then he just starts flying away towards the city because he wants that. I'm joking. I'm joking. Anyway, but he's flying towards the city, and let's say I don't know. There was like the army visiting back there after the some parts of the army was visiting there because um it was a stop for them. And I'm just gonna say for flop reason no visiting back. Alright. And they see this big butt boy just flying to the city all willy nilly, and they're calling the commander saying, "Commander, we got a situation." And the commander said, "Report to me." Well, we see a very big bird flying towards the city. Commander said, "What?" And he said, "Well, I'll just send you a picture." Took the picture, sent it to Commander, and then he pretty much looks like this flying to the city. And when the commander saw this, he said, "That ain't no quick, but that's a whole monster. Call the army the nearest army center or something like that. I don't know." And so they called them and they sent them the picture of what they see. They just said, "Alright, on our way." And they sent out jets and stuff like that. And right now they're evacuating the city with the sirens going off and everything. All my guests still saying, "What's going on, officer?" And they said, "Well, we have a monster coming straight for us, so we gotta get about the city as fast as you can before, it probably blows up the city anyway." But yeah, you should help everybody escape. All might, you're not gonna be much help in this fight. I almost said nonsense. It's probably just a guy with a quirk, and and he said, "I promise you, it's not a guy with a quirk. It's pretty huge." Alright, hold up. So let me recap. So Deku, 10 years old. His size right now is about hmm, it's about half of Odin's size. So though he will get bigger soon. But anyway, so yeah, he said that board is pretty big to be a quirk, and I don't believe that's a quirk. So we gotta use missiles to take that thing down, and hopefully it doesn't hurt nobody. I said whatever you say, but I'm gonna still try to help. And he said, yeah, just try not to get yourself killed. And let's say he's almost to the city because they saw him pretty far away. So he's almost to the city, and they have jets flying in the air, circling around, just waiting for this guy to make his move. And they have um vehicles with missiles on the back of them, and the commander's holding up his arm, saying steady, steady, and fire, and they start firing missiles, rockets, and everything they have at it, and the jet starts flying into it and shooting the bullets. It should much bounce it off, but the missiles doing some damage. It's hitting him in the chest, he's making explosions. He's screaming, and he's pretty much screaming this. Not screaming. The noises he's making is this. And everybody that was these close to water and ear started popping because his roar was so loud and it saw breaking windows of buildings. And so Woden, attacked them back. He's pretty much dive bombing, pretty much ring hit five of the jets. They pretty much said, I'm going down, boom, explosions on the ground. And then he picks up, let's say, one of the missile calls and pretty much eats it, not gonna lie. And then he was about to hit a building, but he swerved it enough time because, not trying to crash or anything, not trying to hurt himself with iron and glass. And then the army said, I think we're gonna need some backup here. So they sent him backup, and then when Izuku, aka Rodan, aka pretty much, never mind. But when Rodan sees that, he pretty much says in mind, I am out of here, never mind. And he's rushing back to the hole, even flying faster this time, but every time he's flying near the ground, with the wind behind him just breaks every house and building behind him. So, people that didn't evacuate thinking it's not gonna be that bad. Yeah, they're all dead. These 100,000 casualties happened, and he was going back to the big hole. The army's chasing him and stuff like that. And he don't let this monster escape. Better defeat him now. Stuff like that. They're firing everything they got at him right now. At least when that stuff that they have available. But it's not doing nothing. That's hitting him. Most of the bullets are bouncing off. Once the explosions are doing some damage, he's roaring. He's making pretty much he's making people ill bleeds. And then he dives bomb back into the big, hole. Then the jets go to the hole, and then they see nothing at all. They don't see the big monster. They don't see the, hole. And they're going to the end of it, making sure I'm not missing anything. They go to the end of it, they just see a knocked out kid. And they're like, where should this monster go? Where did he go? Did this guy disappear? I'm confused. So then he pulled up and said, yeah, the monster disappeared with some other people falling behind them and saying pretty much, yeah. But we found the missing kid though. And found the missing kid, yeah, he's at the bottom of the hole over there. When I checked, he said, At least that's good for today. We'll get him out of he's probably starving. And yeah, so they get a helicopter and lower like the life support thing down to him, and some the medic picks him up, and he takes him to the hospital. So when Izuku wakes up, he's in the hospital saying, "What happened?" And there's his mom there hugging him, saying, "My Izuku, I can't believe we found you after a single day. Pretty much, I miss you so much." And he said, what are you doing here?" And Izuku pretty much said, "Well, we found you in the big hole that you went to your foot trip on. How did you get under the? How did you even get there? Like, did you slip? Did you fall?" And knowing that Baku did it, but he didn't want to cinch him out because Izuku still thinks Baku's still his friend. So he says, well, I don't really remember. I just remember looking at the big hole and then blacking out." He said, "But it's okay now. I'm here for you," and stuff like that. So when the commander walked in, he says, "Well, we the ones I found you because after you fell in." I mean, let me show you a video. He plays a video of the news reporter pretty much because somebody was brave enough and survived to took a video of it pretty much saying the big boy demolishing the army and the fighter jets and the cars and then dipping pretty much. And he said, "What the heck is that?" And the commander said, "I don't know. That's why I'm asking you because he went down that big hole, but when the other fighter jets went after him, they only saw you at the end of it. So, were you awake when this happened?" And Zuko said, "Not really. I only just remember I was down there, and then after that, I blacked out." Ridge said, "That's weird. Well, we'll keep you informed if we find any more information about it. By now, I'd like you to stay in touch with us just in case we need to ask you any more questions." Zuko said, "Yeah, sure." So they go, they go to separate ways. Zuko takes a month to recover. He, remind you, still 10 years old. And yeah, let's get 4 years. Zuko didn't go to school for the 2 years, but he went back after the 2 years. And everybody wasn't really excited to see him. They pretty much all thought he's dead, but apparently he wasn't. Malcolm was like, I do not know would survive. It was worth actually pushing that guy in the hole after all. With a smoke on his face and walks away. And Zuko was chilling in classroom when the teacher walks in and pretty much saying, "Well, you're gonna sign out these papers to pretty much what you wanna be after you graduate from school and stuff like that." Everybody helped saying, "Come on, man, let's do something fun." And school's about to end. And he just said, "Psych, I already know you all want to become heroes." Those the papers in the air, and everybody started using the quirks except for Zuko and Bakugo. Bakugo, the teacher saying, he picks up the paper saying, well, he reads off the list of what people want to be when they grow up, and not what people want to be. People are saying what schools people going to go to, and they're saying, "Oh, well, we got two people going to UA," and Bakugo and everybody else said 2 people, and teacher says, reads off the names. We got Izuku, Midoriya. I know. We got Bakugo, Katsuki going to UA. Everyone said, "Yeah, we know that already. Who's the other person?" Then the teacher said, confusingly, "Izuku Midoriya." And then everybody looked at Izuku Midoriya and started laughing at him. And Bakugo stood up and saying, how dare you help my I'm joking. But how dare you go to UA without my permission? You should pay for this. Dude, and pretty much, not pretty much. He said you should pay for this. And then he didn't do nothing. As you said, maybe he was just kidding. But at the end of the class, at the end of the class, school, whatever. At the end of the school, Izuku was packing up his things. Then Bucko took his cookbook and exploded it in his face and saying, "Well, all those years of research just gone in a blink of an eye. Wow, you're so weak. You could at least fall back or something. Yeah, you can't. You know why? Because you're cookless." And he punched Deku to the ground. Now he just punched Deku in the face. And Deku's nose was bleeding. Said, "Why'd you do that, Kachan?" And Bakugo said, "Because I have to. I had to teach the Quirkless, I teach the Quirkless the place. They're not supposed to be in my presence. But you're a special one because you don't listen to nobody. You're a special Quirkless person, and that what makes you not special." Kicks Izuku in the stomach and saying, "Well, you don't need this book anymore," and throws the book outside the window. And people are saying, "Ha, see you around, Izuku. See you around, Node," and one's off. Izuku gets up, he patches up his nose, he stops it from bleeding, and then, he goes to the front of the school to pick up his book inside the fountain. He's saying, why the culture has to be so mean? Just don't know. And starts walking down. He said, "I'm just gonna take a shortcut this time," and walks down the dark alleyway. Dang, walks down the dark alleyway, and then he hears something smudging behind him. He said, "What is that?" And then he sees the search villain pops out the shore and say, "Give me your body, kid. I didn't know that fake was in town." And Zuko said, "No, get away from me." And the search villain watched out Zuko, taking over Zuko's body. So, while the search taking over Zuko's body, he feels something warm. He's like, "What is that?" And the search villain bursts into flames. He's screaming, and he's pretty much just a big fireball, but it's a human inside of it. But yeah, and Izuku, he's not affected by the fire. He's like, "Huh? What is happening?" All Might comes out the shore, not knowing what's happening, and say, "I am here," and the torch smashes the search villain. The search villain and Izuku gets knocked out. Izuku wakes up after All Might slapped him probably 1,000 times. Izuku said, "Oh my gosh, oh my, can I have the autograph?" And All Might said, "Oh, of course, everybody can always have an autograph for fan, whatever." And so All Might gives him his autograph, and All Might saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, before the torch smashed that church villain, I saw he was on fire. Was that your quirk?" And Zuko said, "No, it wasn't my quirk." And I'm said, "Oh, well, anyway, see ya." And he jumps off pretty much. Then he feels something heavy on his leg. He said, "What is that?" He looks down. He sees Zuko, and he said, "What you doing, kid?" And Zuko said, "I have to ask you one more question." And All Might said, "Well, make it quick," and he lands in a nearby building. I'm gonna say, "What you want?" And then Zuko said, "Can I be a hero while a quirk?" And All Might said, "No, it's physically impossible to be a hero while a quirk. But you could be a police officer, a fireman, or something like that instead, because they make good money and stuff like that. But hero is not for quirkless people. I'm sorry, kid." And jumps off. And Deku is like, "Wow, number one hero, 1 second be hero quirk." That side and walks off. While he's walking off, let's say accidentally, he's walking down the sidewalk. He's walking down the sidewalk. He sees a burst of flames goes up. He says, "What was that?" He runs over there with his drone out, saying, "I'm going to catch some heroes fighting today." And then he sees Bakugo stuck inside the search villain, and he's pretty much saying, "Help me to the heroes," but they're not doing nothing. And he's like, why do not helping him? Like, go. He wants to one of the heroes and say, "Why are you not helping this person? Like help him, like you heroes." And they said, "Well, my cook is not good for the situation. Maybe wait for a better hero to come for cook that can deal with the situation." And Zuko said, "It doesn't matter if you not deal with the situation. You should be able to try at least try." And Hero said, "You don't know what you're talking about, kid." And stay back. And he kind of nudged Zuko a little bit back. And Zuko gets a little fire in his eyes, just saying, "Nah, boy, I'm going to save this guy today." He rushed out. He jumped over the that police tape, and Bakugo searched for the system. He said, "Oh no, but it's that kid with the flame cloak. You gotta get me out of here." And then he was about to let go of Zuko. No, he would let go of Bakugo and try to run, but Zuko touched the surgical and pretty much said, "Nah, but where you think you're going? Give me the toy." I'm joking, but he pretty much said, "Where you think you're going?" And sets the surgeon into flames. The surgeon screaming out in pain. All Might pops out of nowhere because they say All Might his timer is like an hour more in this universe, and said, "I am here." Well, look at the search villain again, and seeing the search villain pretty much already defeated, but we don't worry about that, and the torch smashes the search villain all the way to Kingdom Come. I'm joking. I already used that joke. No, I'm using the second time. Doesn't matter. So yeah. So after that, they walk back to the crowd. Everybody applauding All Might and Bakugo while Zuko getting disciplined by the hero saying you should have done that, you should have used your cloak in public, stuff like that. Like, you're absolutely retarded, like, what's your problem, and stuff like that. And Zuko said, well, at least I'm trying to do hero work, unlike you. You don't do hero work for the fame, you freaking non-hero protagonists. No, non-hero heroes. And walks off, stomps off. And all the heroes people were saying, yeah, you're kind of white. But anyway, but you should don't have the right to say that to me. I was about to talk to most sensitive Ezekiel, then All Might stopped them and said, just let him go. And so they let him go. And Zuko's walking down the sidewalk and saying, wow, that's a bad day. And then Baku comes out of nowhere around the corner saying, I don't need your help, Deku. Your voice is node. You're a worthless node to me, Deku. And Zuko said, yeah, Baku, whatever you say, and walks off. Yeah, same as Baku, he walks off. But let's say something happened different this time. He's walking, and then earthquake happens. The thing was not earthquake. Yeah, earthquake happens. The ground was rumbling, so he went to like a nearby emergency shelter for like earthquakes, because the earthquakes happen at least like once a year in the city. So yeah, so that happens, and then good still, but Bakugo was still, so this is like a very bad earthquake. Bakugo was still, and nobody's watching the front door, and they'll say close the door, and only let one more person in because that's all you can fit. Bakugo saw Izuku run to the door and said, "You know what? I don't care about this guy," and closed the door and locks it. Izuku bang on the door saying, "Bakugo, come on, let me in." And Bakugo's whispering to Izuku through the door saying, "Nah, bruh, so you're on your own now." And blocks the door with like a chair, and he hold it. Izuku hold it from the other side. He's like, man, I could possibly run to the other shelter, but it's gonna take me a while. If I can get there fast enough, but it was too late. He ran outside, and then no, he ran. Damn. He ran a couple blocks, about 2 minutes, and then a big crack was cracked in the ground, and he fell right through it. My lie. And then let's say a couple minutes later, you may know, you may hear the theme song. And he flies up out of the cracks of the earthquakes, and everybody can just hear his roar. And even inside the shelters, everybody can hear his roar. And let's say there's a news reporter reporting on the earthquake, and they had footage from a helicopter up in the air, and they hear the roar. The helicopter guy's like, "What was that?" In the mic, and they say, "What the heck is that? Houston, we got." I'm joking, but they see this big buffboard flying right towards them. They said, "What the heck is that?" So the cameraman looked at the thing, pointed the camera at it while he was looking, And she's a big boy. He said, "Nah, but I can't. Nah, but I'm out." He grabs her on the parachute on the plane and jumps out. And all the people, only the people that are watching the news, just sees the helicopter get completely destroyed. Like, he more than grabbed the helicopter, and then just crushed in his feet, pretty much. And it's on news stuff like that. So let's just see, it's getting broadcast around the world, but only people watching in Japan, but some people watch it across the world too. So like, dang, Japan has a big monster on the loose. That sucks. But anyway, so the monster's rampaging, destroying buildings and stuff like that. And let's say all my comes the same. Nah, but I'm not gonna let this guy get away twice. And then All Might jumps up and punches him in the face. So Warden, goes flying back, kind of, and hits a building, bumping it and falling to the ground. And All Might, lands right in front of him after jumping and said, "I'll see you than I thought." Then he sees this big butt wing just hit him, and he goes flying, my guy. Like he crashed through two buildings and stopped there. So he's pretty hot right now. But he said, I can't let this monster get away a second time. I need to capture it. Yeah, I need to capture it. So let's say his friend David Shield, gave him a net because the first time Rodan showed up, he made a net big enough to fit Rodan, and you can shoot it with a caliber or something like that. You shoot it with a gun. So he grabs the gun. He grabs the grapple gun and puts the net on the end of it and shoots at Rodan. My guy, the rope was so big, I mean, it broke because you know why? He's even bigger this time. He's a full size Rodan, so he is big. And I might notice that, but he thought it was just his brain playing games, but it wasn't. He was actually very bigger than he last was. And he's like, that's not gonna work. That sucks. That sucks. I'm gonna have to do it old way. He grabs, let's say like there's a long rope nearby. He grabs a rope and then starts running towards Jordan. Jordan's flying the air, so All Might jumps up, kicks Jordan in the head, and Jordan dives down and hits the ground. So then All Might runs up, goes around Jordan, stringing him pretty much with the rope, but it's like really hard rope, pretty much. And Rodan cannot get out of it because it's cork rope, like it's super strong. It's like really strong. Yeah. But anyway, so he's pretty much laying there, like in the feet, saying, "My God, I got captured. This sucks." I'm saying, "We finally caught you. After all this, you not gonna hurt nobody anymore." And pretty much, well then, who is standing there not, All Might saying, pretty much his eye contact was like, if I get out of this rope, you are so dead. Like, I'm literally gonna torture you to the ends of the earth. But, I'm gonna say, you're never gonna get out this rope. Calls the army, and the army comes over heavy carrier. I don't know how, but let's say they have let's say really strong helicopters picked up all that and I put them on the helicopter, put on the helipad, pretty much not helipad, heavy carrier, whatever. The kid they need to carry jets and stuff like that. Yeah, they put them on there. So when they put him on there, they're stripping him to like a base in a mountain because every time he flew past something, it just shut on fire and blew away. So like he has firepower. So maybe if you put him near fire or something, he will calm down and won't hurt other people. So they're like, let's try that. So there's like a volcano base nearby. So this is well, the volcano is big enough to fit him. Let's try it. So they pretty much dump him in there, and they make sure the cables, because they untie the cables as soon as he got into the lava so he can move. And he goes up and saying, "It's pretty comfy in here. You know, it's pretty comfy in here." And like people's like, "Well, maybe just take a nap," and he falls asleep. So hold up, let me recap this. I. So let's say this was in the 16 the 16th. Yep. All Might is this a guy that has All Might's name. That has all for one. You know, that has all. That's all one for all, but still strong. And all the buildings are old town. The jets, regular helicopters, the helicopters, this big boats. You know, metal and iron. I mean, metal and wood. You know, stuff like that. Cooks during this school that all happened and stuff like that. So he takes, dude, I think it was like a 6,000 nap, 6,000 nap, 4,000. Yeah, because it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 5,000, 5,000 you nap. Because I don't know what time my hero takes place. I mean, what year my hero takes place, but I'm just gonna say in the 30,000, in the 3,000, 30,000, whatever. So he wakes up, and you know the army. I mean, the people that protect him will then. It's like a. It's a well-known agency for it's discovering mysteries and stuff like that, and never disappointing people. Yeah. So let's say one of them working, for not one of them working for one of them working for the company. Let's say the company's called, I don't know, Discovery.com. But yeah, it's a Discovery Mysteries or something like that. I don't know. So that's the company. That's what the company is called. And let's say one of them pretty much said, screw these guys. I am straight up going to tell everybody what's happening here. So he goes on live news. I mean, he broadcasts this all across the world because because he doesn't want to do it. I don't know why, but he does. And says, "You've been keeping stuff." I work at Discovery.com, pretty much Discovery Mysteries, and we've been keeping a secret thing from you for thousands and thousands of years. And pretty much almost everybody's listening to this and saying, says, there in the mount in the all in one of our bases, the mountain, there is a big there is a big boat living and they were sleeping in a volcano, and he's set to awake this year. So if you see any phenomenons or explosions, that may be it. And he pretty much turns the thing off. And everybody's like, "They ever keep us something from us? I thought they said we will not keep nothing from you guys." And the commercial be like, "We always say it's true stuff, never say fake stuff. That's our motto." And they said pretty much, "Let's ride the company." And there's like a place where they work in that city. They ride that, they burn that place to the ground, and they get mad. Upset. I mean, they find the guy that did that, and boom, they put him in jail. And they said it was all a joke. This guy, was talking about he was crazy. He was I don't know. You just working for a prison thing that was filming on prison because he figured out they saw ghosts and stuff. Yeah. Trying to make an excuse, but everybody believed them already. So that what the heck? We can't get them trust anymore. But while all this commotion is going down, the volcano, Izuku, aka Boden, sleeping in. Boden wakes up because the volcano was, rumbling, kind of. But then it's like, man, been asleep for too long. Because the volcano pretty much saying to Boden, yo, wake your butt up. You've been asleep for way too long, my guy. And pretty much Boden gets up, but something blocking him from getting out of it. He's like, what the heck is blocking me? It used to be wood, like iron piece of wood, but now it's just straight up titanium. He's like, I can't breathe through this. Man, this sucks. Hold up. Hold up. I know what I can do. So he takes pretty much almost all the lava in there, sucks it into his body, and blows it out with his and charged all the lava and he into his whole body, and boom, he busts open the top of the volcano. The top goes flying, and a it hits the building. And what do you know? The volcano that the guy said that he would be making this year was a volcano near the newer city. The city the city that's in the anime. Anyway, but yeah, so it hits a nearby, I don't know, small house. They're walking back to the house. They just see this big Titan thing just hits the house. They call the police. The police shows up saying, "Don't worry, man. Everything is probably going to be okay." Because the police were like right around the corner, so just gonna say he said everything's gonna be okay. And then you see smoking and everything. What's that? You see the volcano spewing out acid. I mean, spewing out lava and saying, "Dang, wait, hold on. I thought the volcano was not supposed to. I thought the volcano was neutral, not exploding stuff like that." Then he sees Woden comes out of the volcano, all looking all cool and stuff with lava surrounding him and going off of his skin. People saying, "Yeah, I'm back." He spreads his ring to flex on the boys, my guy. And he said, "Let's cause some chaos and give me that re." I'm joking. So he flaps his wings and starts flying. And people get the signs that he blew off the thing, discoverymonsters.com, something like that. I forgot the name already. And pretty much said all the lords, called the army, called everybody, you better get this guy contained and back in the lava pit so he can go sleep. But the army and the new All Might, I mean the original All Might that we all know and love, at least hopefully you love, sacrifice. But yeah, there are no love, comes saying what's to be the issue. So we just have a huge boulder on the loose. Don't worry about it. We got this All Might. And they're like, who's bored? Man, I can't help with that. And they're like, I promise you, you can't. You may, but I don't know. They said, man, watch me. So All Might sees the huge board fly towards the big city, and like, you must be it. Well, sorry, times of days of crime is over. You charge up and go smash it. He thought the air pressure would just be enough. But it's a good dodge out junk. He does. Shove, oop, dunk, and freaking picks up All Might and this goes through buildings with him. Pop, pop, 1, 2, 3, boom. It drops him on the ground. All Might beat up. He's done for, my guy. Because Warden learned from the last guy, don't make the same mistake. Don't underestimate him. So he's like, alright, not gonna make the same mistake. Not underestimate nobody. And just going full out combo mode. So after that, he went full out combat mode. He started tearing through buildings and stuff like that. Like this guy's rampaging, my guy. The army trying to stop with missiles. The missiles are way, hold up. Oh yeah, the missiles they had, it was like fireworks, and Rodan was like way more weaker back then since he didn't have the fire, since he was not in the lava pit for that long. Boom, I put it all up. So the missiles doing way more damage now because the missiles doing good amount of damage. They're blowing up him. He's taking damage, but he's still going on. Sometimes he eating the missiles, not gonna lie. But when the army sees Rodan about to eat them, they're like, we are screwed. And you know what? You won't figure out because this is going to be the end of this part. Hope you guys enjoy and see you guys later.